Congratulations on the W. 5-0 sounds even better than 4-0.
Man, and you talk about a hard one to get. That was a tough one to get. But we battled a lot of adversity right there, and I don't know how many. We don't have very many bodies left, and I think Yanni went out with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and then Dez gets hurt later on in the fourth quarter. And we found a way just to get stops, man. We found a way to win the game in a very, very, very tough game, very emotional game. But we battled. We got to the free throw line, didn't knock down free throws. Pretty much everything that could go wrong in a game kind of went wrong, but we found a way to get stops. We adjusted. We changed some defenses up down the stretch that, we hadn't been a huge zone team, but we found it to be effective for us at the end right there. And we're really proud of how our whole entire team stepped up in a team effort to get the win. And it wasn't pretty, but it was a win. And to get the 5-0 in this league with everything that this team has gone through is pretty special. It's pretty significant.
Anything you can tell us about Deani after, she's got to be evaluated and everything.
Yeah, it's just a leg injury that we don't know, and we'll figure it out and we'll move on.
Tell you what, her teammates certainly picked her up with their performance afterwards. What was the difference you made? It appeared that you slowed things down a little bit. That would help chew the clock up as late as it was in the contest. But everybody played defense.
We had to. We had to work the clock. We had to value possessions. Zaria hit some big buckets down the stretch. I thought we did a good job with the high-low, getting the ball inside to her. And we just found a way, work the clock, get stops. And what I was impressed with was our rebounding down the stretch, because it felt like first half we were just giving them offensive rebound after offensive rebound. They throw the ball up, they get offensive rebound, they score the ball inside. 41 was so effective, so such a tough guard.
Right.
Really good post, and they got guards that can penetrate. They got guards that can shoot the ball. But down the stretch when it really counted, we found ways. Everybody went and team rebounded. I thought Mia Deck did a really good job of trying to crash in the second half and go get second chance points for us, this second chance opportunities for us. And the sign of a good team is just through adversity finding a way to win, and we did that, man. It was tough because, I felt at times that we got emotional, and Dez was kind of hyped sometimes, and I thought our team, J-Lo, Z, Dory, did a good job of staying composed and lived down the stretch. And she had some issues going on this game. It was just, I think all the wins from last year, we had a lot of returns that have been in close battles. It kind of showed up today, and that experience, we leaned on that, and what a phenomenal job that we did. And I thought Zaria's defense in the second half was really good. It was big time. She played physical, did a good job of trying to get 41 a little bit further away from the basket today, or the second half, and just found a way, because we're used to scoring the ball in the 70s, and so to score to win a game 57-52, it sounds like a different team, but we adjusted. And
sounds like you finally got a win out at Eastern New Mexico is what it sounds like.
Just adjusted, man, and so I'm proud of that effort. That's a great team win.
I was going to ask, Acacia Davis was all kinds of problems in the first half, but y'all found a way to push her out. What did it take?
It took Zaria, it took some double teams, it took J-Lo, it took some more double teams, it took a lot of just team defense. You couldn't guard her with one person, and when we tried, Layla breathed on him, and it was a foul call on her. That's the other thing. We won that game without a big game from Layla, who really didn't get a chance to play very much. I think she played 17 minutes, but it was here and there. She was constant. She never could play in rhythm, but down the stretch, she made some big plays late in the game for us that wasn't necessarily scoring, but getting the rebound, making the right pass, making the right read. She was big time for us. Sometimes it was just a tip late, and so down the stretch when we needed her, she stayed out of foul trouble, was able to finish the game for us. And but Acacia Davis, man, that's a special talent, special player. Sabria Dean, heck of a game from her. I thought Coach did a phenomenal job. It was a chess match going on, and a lot of the fourth quarter, into the third quarter, she started going to four-guard lineup. She realized that we were really helping off of some of their forwards that we thought were kind of non-scorers for them, better defensive players for them. We did a lot. We helped a lot off of those players, and so she said, "You know what? I'm going to put four guards on the floor. They can all shoot the ball and to see what you do." And I thought that the back and forth between Coach Aqua and I was really good. It was a really good basketball game, and just proud of the resiliency of our team and just finding a way to stay on top.
Coach, you've said it a couple of times. This was a really emotional contest. What made it that way?
Just, man, we've already been through a lot. this year, and we suited up 10 players, and when you hear Yanni yelling and going down the way she went down, and you're like, okay, well, what's going to happen next? And then Dez rolls the ankle and is hobbled and goes out the game, and you're looking down, you got 8 players, and I'm looking at a very short bench with two players in street clothes over there, and or 3 in street clothes, and it's just like, man, what else can happen to the team? And what happened was we just found a way to get it done, and that's been our motto, that's been the MO all year, is that find a way to get it done, and players, when given an opportunity, have stepped up. I thought in Jazz's minutes, we talked about a pregame, in Jazz's minutes, she played some valuable minutes for us. And across the board, we just found a way. And so we're going to have to continue to make adjustments. I don't know what the status for any of our players look like next week. And it's a long road trip for us. And so we're going to have to get to Monday, take tomorrow off, get a lot of treatment, and get to Monday and figure out, what adjustments do we make moving forward for the foreseeable future.
Coach, after Desiree went out of the contest, you were left with a lot of players that haven't proven themselves in a Lion uniform that were being counted on at the very end. I thought that Mia Deck and Zaria Collins probably played their biggest in those moments, scoring or not.
Yeah.
Because they were taking care of things under the glass and getting that ball away from Lamar.
Yeah, getting stops. We leaned on. I thought Dory had some really good defensive possessions too. We leaned on people to play defense, and it wasn't necessarily offense. Sometimes it's going to be ugly. We're going to have to play up, sometimes a style of play that we're not used to, that's not what we're necessarily comfortable with, but we got comfortable. And I continue to say toughness and resiliency was the thing. And Jordan Beatty had a big game for us today. She had 9 points. That's got to, definitely her Division I career high. Found an efficient 4 or 5. With 4 rebounds too, that's a player that she got an opportunity today, a bigger opportunity, and we needed her to step up, and she stepped up in a major way, and a huge credit to her because third leading scorer, and we needed that from her today. You talked about Mia Deck, 8.7 rebounds, and I challenged her at halftime. I said, Mia, we need you to rebound, and she was going after them.
I got it, Coach.
She was going after them because even sometimes where she didn't get the rebound, she was tipping the ball to people, and. Man, it's a challenge to see what's next, but you know what? I think our players have just done a good job of like, okay, it's my turn, and making the most of their opportunities. So proud of the team for how they've handled adversity this year.
Well, no matter who your bigs were, once y'all found a way to get Davis away from the basket, the 4-guard set didn't come back for a long time.
Well, we you know what?
You could have held it out a little
longer. We had
longer
to get stops,
like.
but I thought when we settled down, I thought we did a good job of getting the ball inside against their 4 guards and bringing the big up, bringing the Keisha Davis up, and trying to post up some of their smaller guard. We had size, and we did a good job during that stretch of they had some strengths as far as offensive. We got to figure out a way to guard 4 guards with our size and our post, but. At the same time, I thought we did a good job of going inside offensively and getting the ball to our spots and finding ways to score down the stretch when we needed to.
One of the plays that comes to mind first when we talk about Jordan Beatty's performance, Lions were able to get one in her hands moving towards the basket. And let's see, I believe it wasn't Sabria Dean. It may have been Portia Adams, but it was 5'6" against your 6 foot and 6'1".
Yeah, and she did a good job. I thought she played comfortably and assumed, like, didn't shy away from the moment. When she had her opportunity to score the ball, she did it, man. We're talking about a 2,000-point scorer in high school, and it's in her to be able to score the ball. I think it was kind of personal to her. Lamar was one of the schools that recruited her out of high school, and she's from that area, the Beaumont area, and to be able to have a big game versus them, great job by Jordan Beatty.
All right. Well, Coach, congratulations. That was a big, big dub. You have finished a week against 2 teams that were predicted to finish ahead of your Lions with victories over both. Yeah. You're the only team undefeated after the first 5, and there's still 13 more games to go.
Yeah, a lot of games, a lot of basketball to be played, and we gotta figure out just how to keep getting wins, man. But we've shown a lot of toughness, a lot of resiliency. Keep going to that. I'm proud of this team. I'm incredibly proud of our entire team, how they played, how they rooted for each other. how they supported each other throughout the entire game.
And Deani had to come back out and get on the end for a bit.
Came back in the locker room, and Des got her birthday present. So it was a good one.
It was a dub.
It was a dub.
That's about as good a present as you can want on a day like this.
No doubt.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
You.
Lions up. A&M-Commerce Lion women 5-0 in Southland Conference play. We'll be back to see if the men can get back in the win.